This is your reading. We're doing a quick read going over Saturn, right? Saturn moved into the sign of Pisces on the 7th of March. Saturn is the taskmaster, the lord of karma. Saturn gives us great reward for what it is that we long for, what it is that we're working towards, our biggest aspirations on a concrete level. Saturn used to be feminine, they turned it into masculine. Saturn is all about the fertility of ideas, the great harvest, okay? But there are long strings of dialogue that you have on a subconscious level. You know that there are certain sacrifices, certain compromises that are needed to be made in order to work towards these goals. And if and when you rise to the occasion, Saturn notices and gives you this reward for what it is that you're deeply in search of. If and when you avoid and exhibit some sort of detachment or procrastination or avoidance from these steps that are outlined, given to you in bits of inspiration or offered in terms of guidance, whether it's communication from someone that's there with that message or a communication that's deeply within if you're highly intuitive. There are all these ways in which the energy of Saturn is brought to you. So we will go over the in-between tarot to start with an oracle, which is a great deck that goes over the energy that's between each card in the tarot in succession. We will then get into more specifics of the Universal Tarot and we'll get advice from the Egyptian Tarot. Now, you'll know if it's your reading by the energy that shows up. What you do need to know is that in this meditation that I was doing, Leo, for you when I started the reading, I was seeing sort of the rays, like great big rays of light. And I'm not sure exactly what it is that it was shining upon, but I can see that it was sort of a warming. So maybe there's some creation energy, some brightness that you're coming into inside or outside, a warmth that you're opening up to as we hit spring. A happiness, a nostalgic feeling. I also saw someone in a cast. One of their legs was in a cast. So maybe you feel like you don't have a leg to stand on, or you're at this time where you're healing what you've been stepping upon for a long time. Maybe you're sort of regaining balance. I have no idea how that could apply. Let's just get a little bit into the reading and we'll see if these messages come through in some way. Can I please see the in-between energy? What are we working through? Show me for Leo. What's the in-between energy for Leo? Okay. The Hermit. So you are stepping into the unknown. There is this sense that there's a great mystery for you. Saturn is in Pisces, so you are fire, but not only is Pisces water, but it's sort of transformational, transformative, and also transcendental. So there's like this, there's this combination, like, I don't know if you could see all those triangles, right? So we're talking about on the top, the orange is the element that you come with. Then there's the water next to it. And on the bottom, we have air and earth. So there's a sort of harmonizing, right? Because he's sitting on a panel of music. There's a sort of harmonizing of the mystery, the great mystery of how things come together and work together. You know, when we go outside, we don't get like a readout of everything that's happening, but everything is cooperating at the same exact time. And maybe that's what I was seeing in the meditation, right? Because I saw the rays of light lifting, brightening, opening, illuminating. And maybe your senses are being heightened at this time as it is spring. We're getting closer to like the warm, sunny days of the summer, which is your season. And maybe that seed within you of being open is beginning to rustle, to move, to crack open. And there is a great mystery, right? Like there is consciousness in plants, we know that, but there isn't a self-consciousness like a super and a super ego and an ego, where the seed doesn't know that it's about to crack open, and the seed doesn't have like an inner dialogue like, oh shit, I'm bursting. But there is an element of mystery. There is an unknown aspect of the seed opening. It doesn't know exactly how much it knows. The seed is encoded with this divine, this great intelligence of what it's going to burst into. And it's amazing. So I feel like this is a deep moment of trust for you, for the mystery of the unknown, and you're really opening yourself to that in the way that a seed opens up. So let's move on. Let's get a little bit, this just fell out, it wants to talk to me. We have the Six of Cups. We don't know specifically what that was relating to. I wasn't asking anything at that time. Perhaps that's ancestral wisdom. Perhaps that's a nostalgic feeling. That is emotional harmony, harmonizing of your emotional waters, what you're connected to. It could also be a nostalgic feeling about a person or a place or even a thing. But we're talking about the unknown and the mystery here. Maybe what it is that your ancestors, any people that you know of that have passed on to the other side or not, they are guiding you, they are supporting you and holding your hand as you go into this mystery. The Six of Cups often refers to ancestral wisdom. All right, for Leo, please, one more shuffle and we'll get what it is that Saturn knows, what it is that Leo desires the most, what it is that Leo longs for. Can you show me, please? What does Leo long for? What does Leo ask Saturn for? What does Leo want? What does Saturn know? Show me. What is the thing? What does Saturn hear? What does Leo want, long for, work towards? The Seven of Cups. A lot of options, a lot of positivity. Anything more? You want more options in this life. You want to know which option is it. Do you want help in making a decision? Tell me more. The Seven of Cups and the Seven of Cups and what does Saturn know? The Six of Wands in reverse. Is this about help with the choice? Okay. Two Wands cards following the Seven of Cups, both in reverse. I have the Seven of Cups to the Six and the Nine of Wands. The Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This shit just got interesting. Okay, so what I asked at the beginning is, what are you in the middle of? This is stepping into the unknown, but this is positively trusting the mystery of the unknown. And then I ask, what is it that you want? You give me, I want more options. I ask, maybe you want more options. Maybe also you want to be able to choose one of the options. There's a lot of options that are here. Maybe you want to feel more positive about the options. Maybe you want to feel more clear about the options. I tell Spirit to say more. You have a false sense of protection, a false sense of ego, of playing it small and keeping it safe. You want to do the same thing. You don't know how to break away. But you know that that's what's being asked of you. It's settling in the truth that it's time to actually bring the vision forward. You know that you need to stop standing guard. You know that doing the same thing in the same way and being overprotective is not helping you, which is why you gave this to me like this. But you don't feel like you'll be victorious. So you can't do it with a full heart. You don't do it trusting the unknown. So this is what you are working towards. This is what you are being faced with at this time. And it's difficult. It's difficult because you only have the fire. All these other elements are coming forward and you're like, what the fuck is that? What am I looking at? What is that? What the fuck am I looking at? And so you're in that process at this time. Like I told you, Saturn is in Pisces. It's very dreamy. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So maybe these kinds of dreams are like just out of your wheelhouse. You cannot see how you can be victorious. You don't know how to do what you need to do. You don't know how to take your wands. You've shown me wands. You don't know how to take your wands, which is your fire, and even apply them to these cups. You're like, this is not the same language. So let's just get a little bit deeper, okay? What are these 7 of Cups? Just so you know, at the bottom of the in-between tarot is the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups in between tarot is suggested as a meaning as the aha moment, the waking up. You understand which choice, which cup is most fruitful for your life, okay? So you're coming into a place of choice, and that scares the shit out of you. Show me. Can I get any more info on the 7 of Cups? You're focused on the end goal of victory rather than the actual experience of the process. Can I get any more specifics on the 7 of Cups? What is area of life this is regarding for Leo? Show me anything I can learn specifically about Leo for the 7 of Cups. Brand new beginning. You got the Ace of Wands, divine intervention, making things happen as it relates to judgment in reverse. Okay, so it goes like this. Judgment in reverse. This is awakening of the angels. This is calling back situations, calling back circumstances, people, places, things. And this is understanding that, oh man, this is understanding that the line that was drawn, the judgment, the discernment that was blown from this trumpet onto these people, needs a second glance. This is looking at things from a fresh perspective and understanding that perhaps the way that it was buried is not exactly how it needs to be classified. Let's take a second look at this. And when we take a second look at this, we use our wands upright. Upright. This is a fresh new beginning. This is understanding where your passion is and how it makes you unique and accepting it and then putting it into practice. The Ace of Wands is a breath of fresh air. This is revitalized energy. This is divine intervention. And the underlying of all of this is independence. This is the courage to be self-reliant. That's what we're talking about. To be self-reliant, not worrying about will I be successful in the long run, but am I capable right here, right now? Even if I don't have all the technical skills needed for the job, even if I don't exactly have as much relationship experience as this person I'm interested in, even if I don't have a car, but I want to work in the city, and I moved to the city, I don't even know the transit, or even if I want to speak a different language, and I have no idea about even what that alphabet looks like. You know, whatever the circumstance is, it's how can I settle into a place of acknowledging and accepting myself? And then from there, just applying what I am, who I am, how I am in this new direction, right? In any of these directions. Because who you are and what you offer is important for the world. We all offer something. So I may have said before that, yeah, you come with fire. But you're not just reduced to just fire. You come with your specific fire, what makes you unique and original. And that allows you to see things with a new discerning eye. And being able to understand that not only is there no wrong, no right, not only is there no success or no failure, but that everything is connected and part of everything else. And this journey, this experience is one that needs to be treasured, because every single step I take, every single one of these pentacles, every single time I invest in myself, every single time I stand up for myself, every time I ask for what it is that I've given, I am edifying, I am putting value, I'm adding value to honoring my life here, my importance, my self-worth. That's your aha moment. Advice. For Leo, please, advice. Once more, advice for Leo. Can I please have advice for Leo? Advice for Leo. Advice for Leo. Ooh. One second. Corporate account speaking, just a moment. So we have so I have Justice, to the Wheel of Fortune, to the Knight of Swords, the advice. The advice. Justice. The Wheel of Fortune is sideways. This potential for change. Okay. The guidance that I received just now, I asked for advice, but the guidance that I received in the advice specifically relates to the reading because of how the cards fell. I tried to do my best to let you see the cards. It's really challenging with this setup, but just bear with me, okay? Hermit, which you can't see. Seven of Cups, which you can. Justice in reverse. Justice in reverse relates to the Seven of Cups. This array that's before you of what it is that is potential, options, possibilities, fantasies, dreams, nightmares, worst case scenarios. The aha moment of if you can waken up to what truly serves you, what's most important. If you can make a choice, okay? If you awaken to what you are inside and which cup is actually being created by the deepest piece of you. Justice in reverse is that the guidance is that this isn't fair. It isn't fair. But life isn't fair. And it's not supposed to be fair. This is not about fairness. This is not about one fast, hard rule for truth, because justice has the sword of truth. This is not about that. This is about your freedom, your creative aptitude, your creative intelligence. This is about your emotional investment without setting your sights on success, Understand what you can settle to inside and which cup speaks to you the most. You have to create the bond with the cup that's in your center, your Ace of Cups, with the cups that are before you. And if you can't match, like which one of these Lego pieces are going to meet, which one, you know, like this is the hue that I'm in, I'm going to go with the blue. This makes sense for me. This one has the, you know, some nostalgic bow that you remember from a kid. This one smells a particular way. Some way in which your intuition, the deepest part of you, connects with something. That has nothing to do with being fair. That has to do with your connection to your highest purpose, your highest self, the deep knowing within. Now, still on the board. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is Lady Luck. This is also bad times. This is a good time. This is a bunch of time. This is change over time. The wheel turns and the card is sideways. So potentially you have the big brand new beginning where you accept all the unique aspects about your fire. You're inspired even by your own self, and you get to blow a new music, a new tune. You get to create a new line of discernment, and you understand that you are a part of everything, including those things that include the water element, the air element, the earth element. You can integrate. You are self-reliant. Every little step that you take is another opportunity to turn this wheel into your favor. But you have to recognize that it is your birthright to gain access to spin this wheel. Now, over here, I have the 2 wand cards, the 6 of wands and the 9 of wands that were in reverse. I got the Knight of Swords. It's saying cut that shit out. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. He uses that blade with his highest set of integrity, right? His highest his highest points of valor, right? Like, this is indignation in all the right ways. So the Knight of Swords goes out and cuts things that do not serve or block his path. The knight is as a crusade, you know, he's the first on the battlefield. So he's clearing the way. So that's the advice. The advice is, it's not fair, it's a blessing. If it was fair, we don't know what it would look like. But also, life's not fair. So this is a blessing, and you have to see it as such, because the mystery is what you're working towards. The wheel, Lady Luck, is here, presenting an opportunity for you to turn life into a more adventurous and advantageous area for you to shine bright. And for you to shine bright, you've got to accept the biggest parts of you. Accept and appreciate all the things that make you original and unique, because everything you live through is a chance for you to reinvest in yourself. Get rid of this notion that you won't be successful, that you don't know how to be successful, you don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I'll make a fool out of myself. I don't know how to apply myself in that area. You're already going to the end scene when you haven't even started the first page of Act 1. And you want to save yourself the pain. You'd rather keep it small. But you're also cutting that part out. So I leave it there, Leo. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Ciao.